Welcome to Viney Tutors. In the part 1, we learned in detail about object instances of class, creating and initializing objects, constructors, etc. In this session, we'll start with calling methods without using parameters. What are methods? Methods are a set of instructions that define behaviors for all the objects of a class. For example, in Turtle class, methods like forward and turn right gave the turtle object the ability to move forward and turn 90 degrees to the right. To use an object's method, one must use the object name and the dot operated followed by the method name. For example, YurtleForward calls Yurtle's forward method to move a turtle object forward by 100 pixels. These are called object methods or non-static methods. An object method must be called on an object of the class that the method is defined in. Object methods work with the attributes of the object, such as the direction the turtle is heading or its position. Every method call is followed by parentheses. The parentheses after method names are there in case you need to give the method parameters some data to do or perform its job. We will understand this concept better in the next lesson. For now, you just understand object.method and the parenthesis is used to call an object's method. Now let us see what is an procedural abstraction. Procedural abstraction allows a programmer to use a method and not worry about the details of how it exactly will work. Example, we knew that if we hit the brakes, the car will stop, and we can still use the brakes even if we don't really know how they work, without having to worry about the consequences. When we use methods for a class in a library, we'll look up the method signature or the method header, which is the method name followed by a parameter list in its documentation. Now, if we consider an example, a student class with a method signature public void print. Consider this as an empty parameter list with no parameters. In such cases, methods are defined after the instance variables or attributes and constructors in a class. Methods inside the same class can call each other using just method name and the parenthesis. But if we need to call a non-static methods in other class or from a main method, we must first create an object of that class and then call its methods using object.method name and the parenthesis. In other words, method and the parenthesis is used to call a method within the same class, but object.method and the parenthesis is necessary if we are calling the object from the main method or from a different class. So here is how we use methods without parameters. Like this is how we call methods without parameters. Now we are moving on to calling methods with parameters. In the last lessons, we used simple methods like forward and parenthesis and right turn, etc. to make the turtle draw lines. We may have noticed that forward and backward always moves in the same number of pixels, that is 100 pixels. Similarly, what if we want to draw a triangle or letter A or a W? These require smaller angles to draw diagonal lines and forward length lines. There are some complex methods in the turtle class that let us specify the number of pixels to move forward or the number of degrees we can turn it. These values that we need to give to the methods to help them do their job is called arguments or parameters. The parentheses after the method names are there in case you need to give the methods some actual parameters or arguments to do its job. In short, object methods or arguments is used to call an object's method and give it some arguments, actual parameters to do its job. Parameters and arguments are not the same. There is a subtle difference between them. When we create our own method, the variables we define for it is called formal parameters. At the same time, when we call the method to perform a task, we give or pass in arguments or actual parameters to do it. So, in the definition of the forward method, it has a parameter variable called pixels, and in the call to forward brackets 100, the argument is the value 100, which will get the saved parameter values. As you can see, the forward method parameter variable called pixels, and in forward 100 is the argument. To define it more clearly, YRTL.forward100. This is a method call and argument is 100, and in the method definition, public void forward int pixels. This is here parameter pixels. Now let us see what are calling methods that return values. As we have seen very commonly, the void methods has a void as its return type, but some methods return a value back that the program can use. The get methods return the value of instance variables. Example, get width and get height are used in order to get the width and the height of a turtle object. Now, in the previous lesson, we have learnt to use such methods with parameters in order to set the attributes of a turtle to different values. For example, if we want to set color for a YRTL or the height of the YRTL, say 50, programmers create, get and set methods for each attribute represented as an instant variable in the class in order to access and modify the values in that variable. The get methods always return back the value of that instance variable, and the set methods modify the value. Remember, when you use a get method, we need to save that it returns in a variable or use the value in some way, for example by printing it out. The data type of the variable must match the data type of the return value of the method. Int get width will return an int or an integer number as its width. Below given are some of the examples of using get methods for the turtle object YRTL. Note, a common error is forgetting to do something with the value returned from a method. When you call a method that returns a value, one should do something with that value, like saying it into a variable or printing it or saving it. Similar to this, let us see what are toString methods. These are another common methods that returns a value, that is toString method. This method is called automatically to try to convert an object to a string when it is needed. For example, in a print statement. In the turtle class, the toString methods returns a string description of the turtle. Turtle YRTL is equal to new turtle world and YRTL dot set name YRTL, that sets a name before you use to string. Now system dot out dot println YRTL dot toString, you can use just the object here and it will call toString automatically. If we moving forward, methods with arguments that return values. Methods that take arguments and return values are like mathematical functions. Given some input, they will return a value. For example, a square x method would take an argument x and return its square by multiplying it by itself. Note that the return statement in a method returns the value that is indicated by the return type back to the calling method. The calling methods must save or use or print that value. Now let us see what are strings. Strings in Java are objects of the string class that they hold sequences of characters like A, B, C, D, etc. Remember that a class or classification in Java defines the data that all objects of the class have, or the fields and their behaviors, the thing that objects know how to do or how to perform, also known as methods. We can declare a variable to be of type string. Class names in Java like string begin with a capital letter. All primitive types int, double and boolean begin with a lower letter. This one easy way to tell the difference between primitive data types and the class type. Strings can be appended to each other to create a new string using a plus or or plus is equal to operator. This is also known as concatenation. Moving on to string methods. A string holds characters in a sequence. Each character is at the position or index which starts with 0. An index is a number associated with a position in a string. The length of the string is the number of the strings or characters in it, including any spaces or special characters. Coming to the last session of this unit, wrapper classes, that is integers and double. For every primitive type in Java, there is a built-in object type called a wrapper class. The wrapper class for int is called integer and for a double it is called a double. Sometimes we need to create a wrap object for a primitive type so that you can give it a method that is expecting an object. To wrap a value, call the constructor of the wrapper class in earlier versions of Java. In Java 9 that we use nowadays, this is deprecated, which means not the best way to do this anymore, and instead we just set it to a value. The wrapper classes defined in Java language package are also useful because they have some special values like a minimum and maximum values for the type and methods that we can use. Let us meet in the third unit in the coming sessions. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you.